source of holistic health, uncovering the interconnectedness of our emotions, mind, body, and spirit. This podcast is dedicated to individuals who are on a quest to uncovering their truth, understanding their genetic and spiritual DNA, and learning how to harness this knowledge to achieve optimal health. But this isn't just another health podcast. The Natural Podcast is here to ignite a spark of hope within you, reminding you of your innate potential of greatness. You are pure love, capable of living life to the fullest expression. Are you ready to embark on a transformational journey to achieve optimal health? Welcome to the Natural Podcast. I am so excited to be doing a solo podcast. Yes, that means me, only me. I'm not interviewing anyone today. I thought I'll do a few more of these type of podcasts to just provide you a bit of information about some topics that I've been getting a lot of questions about, or some topics that are hot topics and people are talking about them a lot. And I thought I'll, give you a little bit more information so you are informed about these topics. And today's topic is such an interesting one. I'm really passionate about this one. Talk about it. I'm probably passionate about every topic I talk about, but this one I'm pretty passionate about because does 0 calories mean 0 consequences? What an interesting question, because these days a lot of us are looking for that 0 calories, no calories hit. We are calorie counting and being like, wow, if I can have that drink and it doesn't add to my calories, well, that's okay, because, we're looking at getting 1,500 calories a day. And if I have that drink, that means I'm in 0. Like, I'm not adding any calories onto it. How amazing is that? And the drink tastes amazing, or the drink or the muffin or whatever potentially tastes amazing, and we want to eat it, and it's not adding to our calories. So therefore, we are thinking it's 0 calories, but are we asking ourselves and going, does that mean 0 consequences? And that's exactly what I want to explore today. I want to explore those potential, not so much 0 consequences. And the specific thing I want to be talking today is found in 0 calorie drinks. Yes, I'm not going to name the names, but you know exactly what I'm talking about. All those soft drinks that are 0, or diet drinks. This huge diet culture is still here in Australia every single day. The diet drinks, the diet muffins, the diet cakes, this, that, 0 sugar, 0 calories. But at what cost? What cost does that come at? And that's the question I've got. We're going to explore today the artificial sweeteners that have become the choice. Our first choice. I see the other day I was driving, and yes, the individual next to me was drinking this 0 calorie drink, and I thought to myself, why are they doing that? Is it because it tastes better to them? Is it because they don't want any calories? Is it because they actually think it's better for them? Do you actually think it's healthier? Like, I just wanted to put down the window and go, hey mate, I just wanted to know why you're choosing that drink. But clearly I can't do that. Or can I? Maybe I will next time. Maybe I will put down the window next time and ask him. Or is it a bit invasion of their privacy? I don't know, but these are the questions that run through my head. So yes, if you do drink these drinks, think about it. Why do you drink them? Or eat these 0 calorie things? But essentially the reason why they are 0 calories is because most of them contain aspartame. I'm probably not pronouncing that right, but anyway, it's Aspartame. And that is, it's found in, even if you're not having one of those drinks, if you're drinking coffee or drinking something, you're putting Equal or NutraSweet or Equal in your food or drink, that is the same thing, right? And essentially, let's get down to the nitty gritty of what it is. It actually kills your cells. Yes, aspartame, this 0 calorie is killing your cells. So if you're drinking it because it's a healthier drink, it's not helping. If you're drinking it to stay in your calorie deficit, you're actually killing your cells. So the question that you have is, you want to stay in these 0 calories, or you want to be in your calorie deficit, or like you want to stay in there and kill your cells, or you want to be a bit out of it and not kill your cells? Like, you have so many questions here, and after this podcast you're going to be faced with a few things to think about, right? Because what you have to understand is that aspartame is actually a toxin, right? It's actually called, they're called exotoxins. What that means is it's a substance that overly stimulates your nerve cells, potentially leading to cell damage or death. So essentially what happens is you're there drinking a drink, and what's happening to your cells is they're getting overexcited to the state of death, right? Potential. Not saying every time it happens or it's going to happen every single time you have the drink, but it is going to happen to some extent if you keep drinking it, right? And we need these cells. We need brain cells. I mean, I don't know about you, but I like my brain cells. I like to function at an optimal level, I guess. I like to be able to read these research studies for you. And if I was drinking these drinks, I don't know how well that would be going. So essentially, it's a widely used sweetener worldwide, and it is toxic to your nerve cells. Scientists have noted this effect particularly in the hypothalamus and temporal lobes, the parts of the brain that control behavior, emotions, onset of puberty, sleep cycle, and immunity. Now think about what I just said, right? It impacts all of those areas. One of the key areas that I said was onset of puberty. And what are kids drinking these days? 0-calorie, sugar-free drinks. And it's impacting their puberty. Like, come on. Like, that is like a major part of our development. And it's clearly impacting them. If you're a parent or if you're a carer of a child that's going through puberty, please get these drinks out of their hand. It's not supposed to be in their hand, yet alone. Like, okay, they can hold it, but don't drink it. Fair enough if they want to hold it, you can leave it in their hand, but make sure that they don't put that into their mouths and therefore into their body and therefore kill their cells. This is not something that's to be messed around with. This is some serious stuff. Instead, go, hey, how about a little bit of water? Hey, how about a bit of water with some strawberries or blueberries in it? Oh, look, that looks like fun. It kind of looks like bubble tea, but a healthy bubble tea with some blueberries for you to get out. Yes, I know I'm making fun out of this, but it's actually not a fun topic. It's actually pretty serious. And 0 calories 100% does not mean zero consequences. It is something to think about and something to really consider and be like, do I really want to kill my cells? Potentially, now that you know that, you're doing it intentionally. You're doing it intentionally? You're doing it, yeah, on purpose. So yeah, it's definitely something to think about, and it also impacts our emotions. So if your emotions are up and down, where do you have that drink to blame? If your nervous system is up and down, maybe that drink is to blame. What about your sleep? Maybe you're not sleeping well because you're having a 0-calorie drink, a diet drink. The diet culture is killing us. It's killing our cells. It's killing your sleep. It's killing people's onset of puberty, their immunity, their behavior, their emotions. And it all goes down to drinks. And some people might say, hey, but Mihaela, it's been researched and studied, and these big companies go through research and studies and ensure that we don't have the toxic amount in our drink. Yeah, cool. It's not in one drink, but you're not drinking one drink. You're probably drinking it every day, I guess, or every second day. You're definitely not having it once in a while. I mean, if you're okay with killing your cells once in a while, cool, awesome, go for it. I'm not here to tell you what to do or how to do it, but if you're having it every single day and you know this information, just think about it, what it's doing to your cells. And if you want your cells to function properly and be alive and potentially not be too excited to death, then this is definitely something to stay away from. Stay away from Equal, stay away from NutraSweet, stay away from aspartame, stay away from 0-calorie drinks, diet drinks, because these things are killing your cells day by day. If you want to be healthy, if you want to have optimal performance, if you want to perform well at work, perform well at school, whatever you're doing, you want to perform well at it, this is something to stay away from. Cool, awesome. Well, I hope that this solo podcast, the first one, has been exciting for you, and you got a little bit of information. I'll try to keep this short, it's 10 minutes or so, information about does 0 calories actually mean 0 consequences. I could sit here for hours and hours and hours and talk about how it impacts your adrenals, how it impacts your gut flora, how it impacts so many things, but I stuck to it shortly and just letting you know a little bit of information on how it impacts your cells, your neurons, your brain cells, and how it's affecting your nervous system. So essentially, you can hold it in your hand. Feel free to hold that drink in your hand, but don't put it in your mouth and drink it, and especially put it inside of you if you want to stay happy and healthy. All right, well, thank you so much for tuning in on the Natural Health Podcast. If you have any questions, any potential topics you want me to talk about, feel free to contact me. And I hope you have an absolutely amazing day, and I'll see you on the next episode on the Natural Health Podcast. Content and information provided here is the opinion of Mihaela and is for information purposes only and does not constitute medical advice. It is not intended to provide medical advice or take the place of medical advice or any current treatment you're undertaking. Consult your own medical professionals for any medical issues that you may be having. This entire disclaimer also applies to any guests or contributors to the Natural Health Podcast. It is advised that you consult your doctor or healthcare professional in relation to any health concerns you may be having. Mihaela does not take responsibility for any health consequences which occur from a person listening, viewing, or reading this content. Under no circumstances shall the Natural Health Podcast, Mihaela, any guests or contributors to the Natural Health Podcast, or any employees, associates, or affiliates of Mihaela be responsible for damages arising from the information provided on the Natural Health Podcast. By listening to this podcast, you agree not to use this podcast as medical advice to treat any medical conditions in either yourself or others. Please note, if you're taking prescription, do not stop your medication or start a new protocol, including but not limited to supplements, diet, lifestyle changes without consulting your doctor or healthcare professional. If you or any person has a medical concern, you should consult with your healthcare provider or seek other professional medical advice. Never disregard professional medical advice or delay in seeking it because of something that you have read or heard on the Natural Health Podcast or in any linked materials. If you think you may have a medical emergency, call your doctor or emergency services immediately. Neither Mihaela nor the publisher of this content takes responsibility for the possible health consequences of any person or persons reading or listening or following the information in educational content.